Welcome to our October edition of Let's Get Growing, and remember, you can grow your own pumpkins. We're still going to mow once a week in October, but be sure, don't bag it and put your bagged greens in the compost pile. Hand water your newly planted areas and your annuals. Prune out all dead or diseased wood. We're going to hold off on major pruning for another month. Pull up your spent annuals and let's add those to the compost pile. Divide your perennials or cut off their spent tops, such as daylilies and iris. We want to leave that foliage on so that the nutrients will go back into the bulb as it deteriorates, and then they'll have plenty of nutrients to pop those pretty blooms out this spring. Many things that you can plant this time of year. Fall is the best time for planting, so see this list of things that you can plant, and they'll put roots down this winter and be ready to take off next spring. Plant all these selected vegetables and make sure to space them properly, mulch them in, and you can also use newspaper as a mulch. Don't use anything that is slick or has colored print on it, and just put them around your plants, anchor them down with a little bit of mulch, and you'll have no weeds in your garden. Add your fallen leaves to the compost pile and turn it. Hey guys, don't forget, we need to feed the birds no matter what time of year it is. Everybody is into succulents, and we need to separate those just like we do our other plants. So look at this. Is this not overrooted? Does it not need help? This is in the aloe vera family, and it stays really small, so it is perfect for an interior environment. It takes a lot of filtered sun, but not direct sun. And in less light, their little leaves will open up a little bit more. Now you can see I'm having a little bit of trouble getting this apart. But you just pull them off. See how it was joined to the plant, and now I've got one little root. And these are called pups. And you can see where it's broken off, and there's even another little baby coming out. And then we have the original. We're going to remove, you can see that the roots at the bottom were somewhat desiccated. We're going to put the mother plant back in. As you can see, I'm just adding soil to the original container, put a little bit in the bottom, and then fill in around the edges evenly, and you get it right in the middle. And I just barely firmed it. We don't want to pack it in too tightly. A little bit more, and some on this side to set it up straight. Oops. And there's Mom, ready to reproduce again. So what do we do with all these babies? We're going to repot these into 4-inch containers. And see, I've already placed the soil in the container. Now I've made a little hole with my finger. I take this long root and make sure that it goes down, and then just firm the soil. Now make sure that the plant is stable, because if it's not, it won't put out any more roots. So I'm fairly stable. But this one is a little bit more extensive root system. I'm going to pull off anything that's not attached. I'm going to remove a little bit of soil from the container. And I add the root ball and soil. And see, I have a little pup on the side, so I want to be a little bit careful with it. There he is. And as long as we have just a few of the leaves showing, it'll take off. This one has a rather extensive root system. It almost looks like the mom, doesn't it? But once again, see the white roots, the red roots, and then it'll fade to an even darker red. And we put a little bit of soil in the bottom of the container. We place the root ball in, and then we just add soil around the edge. Now we're going to add soil around the root system, and we're going to pack it in, but not push it in too tightly. We just want them stable. And if you pack it too tightly, then you're going to remove all the air pockets and the roots won't be able to breathe. So we want to make sure that the big air pockets are gone, but we leave the soil not packed too tightly. So what do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from 1. I think that's pretty good odds.